So a lot of things have been popping off today and yesterday. I think this started kind of in the wee hours, Thursday morning into Friday morning, I believe it was. Anyway, for those who haven't seen it, the big rumor, I take this with a huge grain of salt. Take this with a huge rock-sized grain of salt. People are starting to say that the release date for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth has leaked, and a lot of people are saying January, late January. First thing I saw was a window saying late January 2024. Now that's being updated to the date of January 31st, 2024. Now, if you've seen the box art, it's just the Rebirth logo you can pull off of Google on a white PS5 box template. The image is nothing to get excited about, but the fact that a lot of different people are coming out and saying this has dropped, the release date is leaking, it's happening. I think this is all coming because there was a Square Enix shareholders meeting, and partly why I wanted to do this video is to caution everybody not to take this as gospel. Again, it's one of those deals where a lot of people are coming out doing this, and a lot of people saw it. If it's January 31st, I did look it up, that's a Wednesday, I'm all for it. I think it's weird that they would release this on a Wednesday, though. I would think a Tuesday, because they would want to put it out at midnight, Monday night, midnight to Tuesday, or drop it on Thursday night, which I think would be February 2nd into February 3rd. But anyway, the date is very weird to me, but I wanted to really come on and talk about that with you all. Now, if it is January 31st, I'm super stoked about that, because we just get it earlier than I thought we were going to get it. I thought it was February or March, but that's still, January 31st. February, March, I mean, that's still kind of in the same realm. It's not like we're talking January 3rd or January 10th. January 31st, there's a good chance that if that is the planned release date, they haven't announced it yet, we get another 2 or 3 week push into that February to March window that I and a lot of you all have predicted, wisely so. So, I think it'll be fun if we get it early. And of course, I think that's a brilliant time to release a game, because traditionally, a lot of people have tried to stay out of that January. Now, pre-PS4 era, toward the end of the lifespan of the PS4, people started putting out bigger games in January, because I think a lot of the marketing thought was people have finished their games from Christmas and the holiday season and everything. They're ready to jump on something new. But before that, the thought was, video games being bought by the parents, not the kids. The parents are broke until the spring because of Christmas, and people wouldn't release big things in that period. That's not the case anymore, because gamers are buying their own games. They're not necessarily just like holiday presents or whatever. So predicting a window of January is safe now. I think that's on the table now, because those old marketing rules don't apply as far as like when you're going to put something out when people can afford it after the holidays. The answer is all the time. The really curious thing about this, though, is the timing of this. The timing of it is right around, Square Enix is having some shareholders meetings, been more open about releasing the information on what happens in those shareholder meetings over the last few years. And I think some of this is people being savvy to that, right? And again, I hope it's not a misdirect. This is very close to the time we would get this game released anyway. So if it's fake, it's probably not too far off the mark. So I think it is totally cool to start getting hyped for the thought of this. I think January 31st is like right in that sweet spot area, to where if it's not January 31st, it's probably only off by a few weeks, like at most a month. I think that They are way further along on this than I thought they were. As far as like Rebirth and everything, it's huge. That trailer they showed us was huge. It had UI, it was a working game, and it's massive. It's a beautiful, massive game with lots of cool stuff. Not even getting into the plot twists and everything, but it's a massive, beautiful game, and they are way further along in development. If the January 31st rumored leaked release date is not accurate, if it's not accurate, it's not far off the mark. So it's time to start getting excited, right? That would mean we are about just over 6 months away from the game coming out. And you all know as well as I do, 6 months, that's going to fly by. We're in the middle of summer right now. It's going to be fall. We're going to be talking about holiday season. Holiday season is going to be here. You all know holiday season flies by. I mean, flies by. And then it's going to be end of January before we know it. I had to get my camera to refocus. But it'll be January before we know it. Begrudgingly so. I don't want time to fly by any faster than it is. But, you know, we've got lots of cool stuff to keep us grinding in the meantime. Lots of cool stuff out right now as far as games and things that are coming down the pike. Shows even. The new Bleach just dropped. I've got to watch that new episode of Bleach. I'm excited. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth looks amazing. I think we're getting another trailer at TGS. I really do. Wholeheartedly feel like TGS is our next trailer for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I think we're going to get a little more. I think we're going to see either Cid or Vincent. I think we're going to get a little more taste of the plot and what's going on. But more than anything, like I told you all, what did I tell you? I said September, right around that September, early fall area, we're going to get the release date trailer. I think TGS is going to be the release date trailer. I think that's where we're going. I'm excited. So again, to recap, if it's not January 31st, take heart, because even if it is January 31st right now, they could still delay it a few weeks. Like they did with originally. I think they delayed it, if I'm not mistaken, what was it 3 or 4 weeks they delayed it? I think the first, because I think it was supposed to be like March 3rd, 2020 or something like that. And it wound up being like the first week of April 10th or April 7th or something like that. Anyway, somebody can let me know in the comments below what that was. But anyway, I'm excited. Hope you all are excited. I want to come on. I know everybody's been talking about that rumored leaked release date. This is a leak and a rumor I don't mind talking about, because here's the thing. Even if it's not true, it's not far off the mark. Like if it's a guess and that's a rumor and somebody's starting it, that's a pretty good guess. That's a pretty good guess. And if it is leaked, it could still be delayed a few weeks, but I think that's pretty close to the mark. Anyway, so time to get excited. We're going to be rolling. It's Square Enix's next big thing. 16's out. The reviews are in. You loved it or you hated it or you're in between. I dig it. I think it's cool. But anyway, post your comments. Let me know what you all think about all that. And as always, Coffmanites, keep rocking. Stay cool. I'll catch you all in the next video. Have a great night, and I will see you all Sunday tomorrow with even more content. And we're going to keep it rolling every day. Content every day, baby. That's what we're going to be doing from now on. So keep it locked in here. Subscribe, like the video, and I will catch you all tomorrow. Take care. I want to say a quick thank you to my YouTube and Patreon members and supporters. If you would like to support the future creation of content on this channel, get some few extra perks and some art sent to your door every month, consider becoming a Patreon or YouTube member. Details and links are in the video description.